Nouns Esports has been all over the slow bro ban ad nauseum over and over again. Yalla Bingo first pick, and it looks like they're trying to facilitate Potato here, sitting on top of the Dodrio, but no, finally internal locking in Eldegoss.
Eldegoss still just such an incredibly powerful Pokemon, right? On the side of Nouns, they can now take Buzzwole for free. They also, of course, can grab that Blastoise. I'm not sure what they want to do here, given that Potato, I mean, they are known for their Buzz play. They've been playing it all day. They actually end up using the strategy from A through L. We get the Blastoise and Umbreon first.
So I think, at least what I'm hoping Nouns is doing is they're trying to leash Yalla Bingo along into their comfort picks here. Mew and Buzzwole are kind of predictable in that spot because we know how valuable they are to those individual players.
We're going to see what they want to do about Sixies right here. Are they going to counter pick them? Do they have something they want more on their side? Adesu looking for their pick right here. Obviously, Hoopa not on the table, so it looks like they're going to be hovering into that Blissey. Possibly, Soraya is moving through Pokemon here. Espeon coming out. A Pokemon that we've seen get first picked a lot. Up until very recently, you'd see this go very early in draft.
Yeah, and now we've got a Glaceon hover here, so I think Lunder's going to be on Mew. Sixies is going to be taking up this Glaceon, and Marv settling into Tree, which is still just a great dominant defender.
Yeah, I've got to say, I think Yalla Bingo got their dream draft almost. I'm wondering what else they would have loved to have stolen from Nouns. We're going to have to see how Nouns feels about it right here. Looking for their final pick, and it's going to be, oh man, for a second I thought it was Greninja. It was so close to being Greninja. I was very excited.
Well, eat some humble pie because it is going to be what looks like a Wicked Strike Urshifu in the hands of Soraya.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be running that single strike, the Wicked Blow, looking to get those big-time secures, and it is one of the best secure tools in the game.
Yep.
So it's going to be really interesting to see how Nouns wants to play this. Obviously, this is something that they are set up for. I have to say, seeing Bruv on Umbreon and now seeing the Urshifu right here, I wonder if we are going to see Mean Look. Mean Look just sets up, you know, fish in a barrel for a Wicked Blow Urshifu. At the same time, he has a curse item, which leads me to believe he's probably at least running Snarl. It could be Foul Play, for sure. It's a great moveset right now. It could be Foul Play Wish, but I think there's a possibility we have a Mean Look and maybe even Snarl.
I do like Foul Play just because of what it brings in the early game, right? As Zoinks mentioned earlier, of the EVs, Umbreon is probably the most anemic in the early stages of the game.
Sure.
And Foul Play helps bridge that gap a little bit. However, the utility in Mean Look can be phenomenal, but it needs to be used cohesively through good communication. We just watched A through L select it in the 6 games of theirs we watched, and they lost both of those sets. I'm not saying it was because of the Mean Look. I'm just saying you need to go in on Mean Look if you're going in on Mean Look.
Yeah, speaking of going in, we are heading into game number 1 of our grand finals right now. Yalla Bingo, your purple team. Nouns Esports, your orange team. Nouns coming from your losers bracket, meaning they are going to have to win 2 best of 3s to win this whole thing. Yalla Bingo can shut them down in just 1.
I like this. Eevee's going down in path and pivoting to the middle. Nouns Esports is playing incredibly insulated to their central area because they have the early spikes. They want to make sure they don't give anything over on a cheesy invade or anything like that.
Yeah, they also have just one of the worst early Pokemon in the game. Kubfu is a sweet boy, but he's not built for this island. He needs to evolve here. Fun fact, Umbreon's win rate is 51% with a ban rate of 40%. 178 wins, 173 losses. Sounds like your solo queue allies Umbreon.
Listen, it's a great pick in competitive play because of all the things we mentioned, especially now after the patch. I mean, I can't put into words how good the healing is off Wish now.
Oh, Wish is unbelievable here. And you can see they did have enough experience ready to go here for this Urshifu. It's very difficult once you give away some of its central areas, so you have to make sure it has multiple opportunities to evolve here. Sixie's heading up to the top path right here, as well as Mew. That's going to be 4 against 2, as Nouns is pulling back here, getting picked up with the eject button, in a lot of trouble, running back to this goal zone, 4 on 2. Now they're just looking for a score, and Gatlu makes it out.
Yeah, and Bruv, meanwhile, is downstairs, and the K-opener does go to Nouns Esports. Excuse me, not Bruv. Marv was downstairs alone. K-opener going to Nouns. And honestly, there's not much that a Phantom can do in the face of those three characters.
And now you see this right here. Even though they weren't able to take down Gotlu near the goal zone, they continue pushing towards that central area. We do see the foul play right there. So we have the opportunity to reposition your opponents, do a ton of damage, and also, you know, get in great positions to apply all of that curse bangle.
And don't understate the maneuverability, the mobility that foul play provides in Umbreon too, because you can dash through, get the reset, and then go even further. As those birds didn't even populate on the map. I think they just evenly split that experience on both teams and went both ways. Marv is pretty far forward, charging up the Wicked Blow is Sorayu just for a little bit of that hindrance resistance so they can get back with the team.
Yeah, hindrance resistance, a little damage reduction there, and they're just kind of also looking scary. I mean, let's face it, once that's charging up, you're
somebody
like,
walking up here with their fist
walking around,
ready to punch you in the face?
Just ready to punch? Like,
Are you
yeah, that's
serious?
hindrance resistance,
You
bro.
do that to me all the time, and it is scary.
Why'd you flinch, though, dude?
Why'd you flinch?
Why'd you always flinch?
We're real people. 720 birds about to populate. We'll see what Marv and Lunder can do. Nice engagement on Marv with the stun, and Bruv goes straight with the foul play, and Nouns takes all of that experience.
Bruv on the buffed build. Foul play wish, and I love to see it. I've been wanting to see a lot of this Pokemon today. I've been wanting to see a lot of the changes, right? You want to see how they work out for these teams. Nice eject button to get out of there. Once again, we have Toon on that side strike. Glaceon right now looking for a Unite move. Looks like it was actually stunned out there by the Blissey. We have the big Solar Beam. Sixie's in trouble, taken down by Toon. Regirock getting low. Here comes Gotlu. Who can secure it? It's Espeon.
Nice.
No, sorry, Eldegoss.
Nice work by Nouns Esports. I think they're okay given the exchange of just raw KOs that they're able to get here. Gatlu surfing back to their side of the team, but now they might have overstayed their welcome as Adesu goes down. Gatlu's low. They can't really scrap. Now Bruv has to hold it down. There goes Toon. So really, Nouns Esports kind of hemorrhaged this thing back in the hands of Yalla Bingo. Lunder Unite is out. Electro Ball does hit Sorayu, but the run on the backside. And now Potato is running the front line for this Yalla Bingo team. Have they had enough? Surfed out is Potato. If they stay standing, that is miraculous. Holy dude.
Whoa, what a beam. Hits 4 as they peel away from this. You saw Potato with the tech right there. You know, he's got that beautiful eject button, pulling them back there with the smackdown. That was really, really good.
We're pivoting up top, and these teams are probably looking to scrap again. This game is remarkably close. I'm keeping my eye on 60s, though. Level 10, the biggest thing moving between both these squads. Regielekki's getting low. 60s looking for an Icicle Spear target. They are shelling on Adesu. Nice beam follow-up. Gatlu and Adesu are down. Nouns Esports Season 1, catching receipts, forcing out the Unite move out of Toon Slim. The Psychic Solaire does catch Potato, but they're still scoring on the backside, and Nouns Esports gets the break speed off of them.
Yeah, great stuff from Yalla Bingo. Like, they just completely let the objective go. They said, we don't care, we're just gonna KO every single one of you. I think 4 KOs and then moving up, you know, over to score is a better trade, and Yalla Bingo agrees. Potato is in trouble right now, but it has hit the level 11, able to stay around for a little while longer to pick up another KO by picking up one of those Pokemon. These Solar Beams are hitting their mark, doing insane damage. Gotlu very low right now. Another massive Solar Beam. Toon in some trouble. The boosted, blocked by that shield, essentially, from the Tier 2.
I mean, Potato sitting up like the Undertaker and going in for another choke slam knockout. Yes, they did get KO'd for that, but the fact that they were able to take somebody with them on the way out was astounding.
Here we go. Reg Ice in the bottom path. Nouns has done better throughout some of these moments when it comes to securing objectives. But Yalla Bingo's looking to fight, you know? They're looking to take members of Nouns Esports and send them back to the Pokemon Center in some pretty unkind ways as they're positioned here for Reg Ice already at half.
They're looking, moving. Bruv engages on 2 with the foul play. Uses their Unite with Renaissance. Potato stuns them. Reg Ice goes down immediately. We're Glaceon pushing. It's secured by Sorayu. That's good. Psychic Solaire gets on Potato. But 60s is there for the follow-up. Toon goes down. You can charge that Wicked Blow all you want, but you get snuffed out before you can chuck Nugs. And now we're going on top of the path. Potato is straight on top of the Hydro type from Gatlu. Gatlu's still low HP, and the shred is there. Lunder Electro Ball chases them down and burns them down electricity style as Potato uppercuts Adesu out, and now they're on top of this goal zone trying to get this thing. Charged up is the Wicked Blow. Hindrance resistance is there. Forest Curse is out. Trevenant. Marv pops their Unite move, and they're trying to get this goal zone out from under Esports. Nouns Esports, and they're They can do words.
I like that when you make a mistake, you won't just leave it, you gotta scream it out. Get it out, dude. Get your words out. You got it, brother. Nouns Esports here, running a little Zap Brannigan strategy, sending wave after wave of men into Yalla Bingo in that bottom path. Every time a Pokemon popped up, Yalla was ready to shut it down. This Glaceon is on fire, ironically, ripping them apart. Level 13 already, getting ready for this Regieleki Secure. The only thing that's been going well for Nouns is every single objective they are at, they are playing very well when it comes to the Secure. Obviously, the biggest one's hitting the map in about a minute right here. The tech once again from the Buzzwole, grabs the Urshifu right there, that beautiful eject button tech, moves in with another Unite move. Wow, they're getting really aggressive on this goal zone. Blastoise having to Unite back under the 3-minute mark as they're looking to make something happen right here. Gotlu could be a hero, but Potato's looking to clean it up. Jeez.
Yeah, what is this? Potato. I mean, Buzzle may have been nerfed, but Potato sure as heck didn't. Holy, they are level 13, about to tick to 14, and they are running bodies. The eject button into Unite move to get Toon Slim on pad? Come on, Yalla Bingo wants all the smoke.
Yeah, Yalla Bingo is playing really aggressively. You absolutely love to see it. Now, obviously, we have a Unite move down on the side of Yalla, and it's a pretty big one there from the Buzzwole. Blastoise as well has one. Here comes Big Time Woodhammer. They catch the Umbreon. Espeon having to Unite right here. Eldegoss right up into the air. They weren't able to protect the Glaceon. This is huge, but here comes Buzzwole, missing the first catch. We have the Secure from the Espeon. Big Time Unite move from the Urshifu, and this fight is pushing 2 down.
2 down from Yalla Bingo. Nouns Esports has got to weigh in. Marv is super low on HP, so is Internal. Potato is there, but Nouns Esports has all 5 standing. But they're running out of time. Sixes is coming back in 3 seconds.
Here we go, moving their way towards Rayquaza. The rip has begun as these teams are getting ready to secure. Urshifu getting ready their Wicked Blow. Ray is very low. Here comes the moment. Can they get it? They do.
Sarayu doing exactly what they need to do, but the fight rages on. They're trying to get on top of Bro. Potato is low. Glacial Sage is out. Sarayu's shield is ripped, and Gotlu actually not stepping in front of the spears that time because they know how important it is for Gotlu to keep the shield. Marv is defending up top, and it doesn't look like they're being incredibly successful. They're super low on HP. Toon was able to get their points in, but they still need more points, and that might have been the difference maker. A little good map out of Nouns Esports, and now they're in the lead.
They're in the lead, 363, 386, and they've got some big, chunky Rayquaza shield still on them. Adesu running to grab some points right now, and it looks like Gotlu, the Blastoise, is doing the same thing in the top path. It's very, very close, though. I mean, these teams, this margin of victory right now from Nouns, it's razor thin. If someone could just run, you know, a nice 15 points into a goal zone here with double time, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, really the key here is keeping your pockets light. Internal has the correct amount. They actually need to stop picking up. So does Sixies. So if they can get one of them on the pad with the whole team, they've got a decent chance. We just need some good spacing. The Blissey back cap is going to make this a heck of a lot harder. Crash landing on top of them is the rest of the team. Nouns Esports kind of giving up this goal zone and looking to insulate here. If they do good math, they've got, oh, they scored back on the other way. Always tricky.
479, 524, though. They're moving towards this main goal zone. They have some points here still on the Trevenant. Up in the air, we have the Trevenant Unite move. They're pushing with the Glaceon Unite. Big time Blastoise Unite pushes them back. It doesn't look like any points are going to be able to go in. Beautiful goal zone defense, and with those back caps, Nouns Esports knew that they were able to stay ahead in that moment. They were taking a sort of cautious fight around their tier 2 to make sure they could defend that home goal zone.
Yeah, with the Gotlu back cap, did you see everybody abandon that tier 1 goal zone, right? They immediately just pivoted off of it because they knew that the Gotlu score was going to put them ahead, more so than what that goal zone was worth, and it's easier to defend your home goal zone because of the shields and HP recovery you get. So don't lose any members of our team in that effort because it is a fruitless one. Nouns Esports now dialing in a little bit on Yalla Bingo, dialing in on Potato specifically with that Buzzwole, and we'll see where Yalla Bingo goes back to the first pick, Eldegoss, Spreggles.
Yeah, they want that Eldegoss, and you can see why. I mean, it's just been so impactful. Now, I'm wondering what we're going to see out of Nouns right here. Obviously, they want to shut down Potato if possible, but it looks like they're still going for this strategy here of Blastoise Umbreon. Potato now kind of able to do whatever they want. You know, maybe they'll get their Dodrio stolen away. We'll have to see. It looks like they're not too scared of this here as they're letting the top lane pick get pushed further and further down inside the draft.
I like Marv here. I like the Slowbro hover. I like the Slowbro lock because now if they want to try and take Dodrio out from under Potato, they have a phenomenal counter in the Slowbro. But if not, they still have a quality defender, and they've opened up the opportunity for Potato to take the Dodrio very late.
Yeah, I really like this. I think it's very smart from Yalla because they could still, they could take the Dodrio, and you don't really want to play Dodrio into Slowbro. So now you're in trouble, and we can see these final locks right here coming in. Potato, this has been a Pokemon that they've switched out when their Buzzwole was not an option multiple times. But no, they're deciding to go with the tree in the top path.
Maybe a bit of a pivot here, knowing that they're taking the Glaceon, like one of the best shred options that exist in this evolution pool, you know, the other one being Sylveon. They go to Delphox, but this Trevenant is kind of up against it in the Delphox specifically, but just a great pick naturally.
Yeah, Trevenant's amazing. You see a lot of teams playing it in the top path. Obviously, it's going to be going up against this Blastoise here. No Buzzwole, no problem. We're going to see if this tree is as good as the Dodrio that Potato has been bringing out. Obviously, Dodrio can be a tough Pokemon to play. There are a lot of matchups that you just really don't like to play into, and one of them could be that Umbreon. Knowing that Umbreon's on the other side, at any moment, it could pivot into Mean Look, and then you just say, well, now I hate my life for playing this bird.
Yeah, well, without a doubt. That's, again, why Umbreon is rising in stocks now, because every single one of its abilities is incredibly solid.
Yeah. I got to say, it was interesting seeing Bruv switch over to the Assault Vest. We talked about that a little earlier when you see a lot of special attack damage on the other side. Given that we now have draft, given that you can now see, you know, what your enemies are bringing into battle, you have more opportunities to play those very specific, you know, niche items that you don't get to use all the time. Assault Vest can tank a huge amount of damage. I mean, you can tank a good portion of Glaceon's Ice Shards. You can tank a lot of Mew Electro Ball or Solar Beam. So it's a really solid option into some of these Pokemon.
How many Pokemon minimum special attackers do you need on the other side to warrant an Assault Vest?
Boy, unless you're really specific about how they are going to play, I feel like 3 is even scary, but 4 feels like, all right, you're in the realm of this being a really, really solid choice. It's basically always going to get you some good value as long as you play well enough to pull back, have it reactivate, and then push back in.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to say. 3 conditionally, 4 feels pretty good. All right, we have internal Potato in the top path against Gotlu and Desu. No strangers here. The year 1 teammates are used to playing together quite often, and now they just find themselves laning together.
And now we have Sorayu. You know, this is a different look, obviously. They had a different kind of Espeon in the last game. Sorayu up in this top path getting a little aggressive right here. But a lot of teams expect this out of this Espeon play now. This is a very common play. They know that it hits 4 super fast, it becomes a real menace, and then runs to the top path.
I actually like how Yalla Bingo adjusted. They're forcing into level 6 Sixies on this Glaceon, right? Glaceon has a nice spike at 6, and if you already know that the Espeon is going to show up to try and blow up your path, they played it safe to their side. Nobody got knocked out. Sixies shows up at 5 1/4, and now they're going to be able to pace to 6 before the Espeon.
Yeah, and here we go, getting ready for this fight here in the top path. A little bit of a player advantage bottom path for Nouns Esports. Nice secure there. Looks like Blissey might have been able to get it there with that big old hand as Marv is getting pushed back towards this goal. Now we can see Umbreon looking for an opportunity right here, just continuing to zone out so that they can farm and get all of their experience on the side of Nouns.
And it does look like it's foul play, unless I missed that, Spraggles. So I think Bruv is leading into the foul play. Of course, no need for Mean Look if like that Dodrio isn't on the opposing side.
And you know, we've got the level 6 here on the Delphox. It's one of the harder Pokemon in lane to actually get your experience on when you're, you know, fighting against a Mew. The secure is just not even close. So it's really great that they were able to get that. You can see why they put their priority down there. As Lunder is here in the central area of Nouns, big Solar Beam takes a lot of damage, and actually they have to pull back your Sixies looking for the KO. They are going to get it right now as Potato is running into this central area. Sorayu in a little bit of trouble if they get caught, but they're just seeing what they can do to possibly secure something here.
Potato trying to score, but Gotlu is there sussing out exactly what the situation is. We've got a curse tree up here in the top path.
Yeah, you know, it looks like this play from Yalla Bingo, this is something they like to do. Win or lose in that top path, they take that advantage, that Pokemon advantage, and they push into the central area of their opponents. It's a really smart strategy, and they have not been able to counter it super well on the side of Nouns. Barely not able to catch him right there.
Yeah, I mean, just an amnesia slow bro out of Marv this time. Thank goodness, because the last time we saw him play it was a telekinesis one that did not look solid. Fire Blast right through the middle. Nice little surf action. by Marv, hitting another Amnesia. The store powers chunking and splitting between 4 players, but it is Potato in the top path, losing the 1v1.
Yeah, Potato goes down here in the top path. Gotlu now has so much free experience, a free score too of 30 points. Bruv getting a big-time Icicle Spears. He's moving forward right here.
Glacial stage is out. Six is looking for a backline target. They're trying to dial one in. It looks like they've dialed in on Adesu. Regirock leashes towards Internals. Oh, Fire Blast is there, but it's Bruv that takes it for Nouns Esports. Are they going to pivot to push? Internal does have low HP. Sorayu's going to sort that out, and now the Fire Blast right on top of 60s. That's a great catch. Bruv gets into the backline to pick up the berry. Now they're hammering this goal zone.
Yeah, I mean, this is great from Bruv right here. You can see how they're using foul play into the Snarl. It's really solid against something like Glaceon. You know, you're able to break its passive with one, able to displace it with the other, and then you get the big-time stun. And it's tough for such a squishy Pokemon to get away from it. Potato in a lot of trouble right here, as Nouns is saying, yeah, all right, fine, run away. We're just going to score in your top path.
Yeah, at least Potato's trying to find value on the opposing side of the map, you know, take some stuff out in the central. Bruv is using their Unite move to prevent a bunch of scores. They're going straight in and getting bullied straight out. Nice foul play, catches 3. Potato's there to give some support. Meanwhile, the top goal zone is shattered, and Regieleki is flying towards tier 2.
Yeah, Regieleki is moving towards this tier 2, and they're going to have to run back because they do not have jump pads right here. I don't know if they're going to make it in time. Eldegoss barely making it right here. Big time Espeon Unite, and the Surf pushes them out. Perfect for the Regieleki. The Bliss assistants come in. The points rain in. Amazing fight for Nouns Esports.
That was just bang, bang, bang. That was just a nice sequence of Unite moves. One a split second after another to just pace through and make sure that Yalla Bingo had no opportunity to breathe, letting that Regieleki hit. Tons of points going in and a nice healthy lead on the scoreboard from Nouns Esports.
Yeah, this is that aggressive Nouns we talked about right there. They saw that opportunity and they went for it. It's always tough. You know, that first Regieleki oftentimes is the most valuable in the game because there are no pads for your opponents to reposition themselves quickly enough to do something about it. Nice KO back and forth right there. Really just a bit of a trade from these two teams.
Yeah, Nouns Esports able to pivot back and really make sure that the Glaceon here, 60s, wasn't able to leverage kind of that weird 5-minute glacial stage that they used, right? They got Gotlu, but they didn't let it snowball past that, which is obviously the point. Now Bruv has to do work against 5 players. Nice Toon Slim Unite picks up 3. The engagement is deep on that. Trevor Unite back the other way, but Marv doesn't really, from Potato, doesn't really find any targets. Sorayu does go down, but nice engagement by Gatlu on 60s, pushing it towards the team. Regice gets secured by the Glaceon on an A press? Or B press? Are you kidding me? 60's still working through. Bruv is looking to put some damage in, but Yalla Bingo finding a way.
Yalla Bingo finding a way in that fight. I mean, really, actually, I think well played by both teams right there. You saw beautiful displacement from Gotlu, picking up 3. Toon with that fire spin, Unite move. I mean, there were just some really impressive things on both sides. And then, yeah, it came down to the B button right there. Glaceon with 1 hit, able to take it down.
It felt like it was on 1 sliver of HP for so long, Spraggles. I was just like, bated breath, what's going to happen? And at that point, 60 was like, all right, maybe I'll just hit this button, see if we can get it. And they did.
I would love it if that's really what's going through his head.
Has to be.
Maybe I'll just hit this button.
What else?
What happened? Hey, it worked, guys. What'd you do? Hit the other button. Ooh, I like that.
The technology.
I like the sound of that as we're getting ready for this fight in the top path here. Good zoning here from Nouns Esports as you actually see Potato looking to move in, go for the KO on Toon. Back the other way, we have that Bliss assistance to make sure that they are not able to shut them down. Last Bliss assistance we're going to see before Rayquaza. Unite move here from Toon, able to zone them out a little bit. It's kind of an awkwardly positioned one, but a really nice Unite there from Gotlu as they're continuing to push this Glaceon out and see if they can pick up a KO. It's a tough one. They're pretty slippery on the side of Yalla Bingo, but good defense there from Nouns.
Finally getting a Trevenant knockout. I really liked the Gotlu surf into the Fanciful Fireworks to make sure that the Trevenant couldn't get any of their self-healing going and that they could finally lock down that knockout. Oh, nice Espeon Unite picks up 4. Are they going to leverage that, or is it just a use it or lose it type situation? No, Bruv says, I'm going straight in. KO Streak a 2 for Toon, and now they're looking to push. Potato's at half HP, Fire Spun, and absolutely laid out by Sorayu.
Wow, I mean, great fight from Nouns, but yeah, they're going to have to make sure that they get their Unite moves here. Obviously, this is a nice Regieleki for them, but not the most valuable thing in the world. They are already up on the scoreboard, though, and Yalla Bingo has to deal with this. Now, there are a lot of things that Nouns can do with this moment. They can, of course, farm, get their Unite moves back, get ready for this next fight. They also can get really aggressive around Rayquaza and see if they can take this while Yalla Bingo is distracted. Right here, we see Gotlu able to just, you know, hit them with the Hydro Pump, not pull them back towards the team. 3 members of Yalla Bingo ripping this apart, so it doesn't look like Nouns is going to get a big advantage from this. But it did give them time to get themselves ready for this next fight.
I think Gotlu has an idea where Marv is. We'll see what the positioning is as we move in. Fire Spin to just try and suss anyone out. And look at Bruv, bottom left. Solar Beam comes through. They do catch Gotlu. It looks like they're for quick convergence, surf to the pad.
Yeah, and here we go. I mean, they're looking for a moment right there, not able to make it happen. Big-time solar beams, but they're not able to hit enough members of Nouns Esports right there. Sorayu eating a little bit of that. And you can see Gotlu, he knows he's there. Continuing, there we go, big-time slow beam. That's going to be the end of Blastoise. We still have 4 members of Nouns Esports, and now there's no longer a Slowbro Unite. They're moving on to Rayquaza now.
Potato going straight into the backline, hits a Trevenine on Toon, and they're going for an engagement. Solar Beam is out. Blitz Assistance on top of Toon, but they're nowhere in danger. Sorayu uses their Psychic Solaire, catches a couple. Finally, Marv is down, but is anyone else going to follow suit? Adesu's down, Sixies is heating up. Oh, they must have a muscle strain because it's icy hot out here. Internal pivoting back and try and pick up Lunder. They're half HP, but Nouns Esports is finding a place to take a deep breath.
And here we go. Nouns Esports has their Blastoise back, but it's getting caught right now by this Glaceon. Tons of damage pouring into it. However, here comes the Delphox. It is back. Sixies is so incredibly low. Being jumped on right now by the Umbreon. They're just keeping them away from this. 45 seconds left, and all members of Nouns Esports are back as this fight is still raging on. Rayquaza is getting very low right now.
Espeon catching their EV counterpart is huge. Fire Spin, Fire Blast right in the middle. Bruv is trying to withstand, but they can't. So Rayu takes out 3, and Nouns Esports just needs to beat the clock now. Lunder's running around, but they don't have enough firepower to sort out this Rayquaza, and the chase continues. The chase is successful. The whole team is wiped. Yalla Bingo goes down. Nouns Esports goes to score.
That's right. Nouns Esports scoring right here, continuing to put points on the board, extending their lead, winning this first best of 3 from the losers bracket. For some reason, in EU, this is just the story, time and time again. You beat a team, you send them down to losers, and somehow the next time you face them, they're just mopping the floor with you.
It's like we're watching an active data download, right? Like, oh, we lost, but now we know how to compute this and what strategy we need next time around. I must say, Nouns Esports was communicating so well again in that final fight.
Or if we're going to see the Yalla Bingo that can win the whole thing, which we've also seen them do.
Yalla Bingo going Zoroark, Leafeon here. Unsurprisingly for Nouns, target down the Mew, Blunder's Mew, and of course the Slowbro. They don't want that thing in their opposing hands. And to Yalla Bingo's credit, the one time they could pick it, they did, and it looked good.
Now look at here. We've got a first pick of a Blastoise. Now, the interesting thing I'm seeing is I'm wondering if they thought if they took second pick, maybe Yalla would steal away that Blastoise. I'm not really sure, as on the other side, they are now taking this Umbreon. Now, this is going to be really interesting. They have the option to grab Buzzwole right here and move this Blastoise down to a role of more of a stereotypical defender in the bottom path, or they can just leave it open for Potato.
I think Yalla Bingo is calling their bluff. Like, we think you don't want Buzzwole, so we are not going to pick it here. And they're right.
Yeah, they are right. As we can see the final picks coming in, possibly we are seeing Mime once again for Nouns Esports. It looks beautiful in the hands of Bruv. And then our final pick, there's a lot of great options left here for Toon. We're just going to have to see what they want to bring into this match. Candle.
Yeah, Chandelure is phenomenal, offering just a bit more range than perhaps what the Sylveon can do. Has, like you said, the really high damage, like overheat. It has the flamethrower for the secure, so different angles that they can take. And Yalla Bingo trying to serve them up a bit of their own medicine, grabbing Delphox last.
Yeah, a Delphox pick, which I'm surprised to see. So, no Glaceon, obviously, on the side of Yalla Bingo right here. We've got Lunder, though, on that Inteleon. I mean, this could be huge. Inteleon in any match could be the difference maker.
Exactly, right? The snipe shot is such a skill-based maneuver, and the damage it does needs to be rewarded, but holy, if you are locking those in and you are raking the targets, it like you said, it just takes over.
Yeah, I'm wondering what kind of Umbreon we're going to see for that. Again, Foul Play, Wish just got, some really nice buffs. You could definitely see that. You could see Snarl for the shutdown. You could see Mean Look, locking them in place to make sure that these snipe shots are even easier to hit. We're going to have to see what they want to bring out, because if you are able to hit a couple, just 2 clean snipe shots in some of these final moments, it can shift the entire game one way.
Absolutely. I think that's why we're actually going to see Mean Look, because we've seen Marv in these other monthly events choose Umbreon in this defensive position and always go Mean Look. And based on what they're sorting out themselves here, I don't see why you would change that if you're really looking for Lunder to facilitate those big knockouts. Plus, they already have internal on the other guys.
Now, here we go. Our bracket reset is happening. Game number 1 of our grand finals. Bracket reset. Nouns Esports, your purple team. Yalla Bingo, your orange team. Now, this thing is all tied up, Doob Snacks. Anyone who wins this best of 3 wins the whole thing. Yalla Bingo gave up their advantage that they had coming from the winner's side. See Adesu looking to steal some of that right here, but it's gone by the time he gets there.
Yeah, I mean, good read by Yalla Bingo sending Eternal there, and now they're a higher level. They're just going to A-press, but Adesu getting a little bit of support and a nice Astonish. Sorayu going to try and see if they can get themselves a K opener. No, they're going to pivot back towards 60s and try and get them online.
Very, very close right there. They're continuing to be super aggressive inside the central area here of Yalla Bingo. Not able to take it down. Adesu in trouble right now, having to back out. But Hoopa can just play so well here. The eject for eject. I mean, everyone's cashing him in early, not able to pick up a KO.
But I'm trying to look if anyone was able to get an advantage anywhere, and really hoping, if you're on the side of Yalla Bingo, that Potato was able to get some advantage now, but the Hyper Voice is there. Adesu, now it's a 3-on-3. We're going right back in after it. Can we finally see a K opener? No, Nouns Esports is going to peel.
Yeah, everyone playing extremely well right here. Fun fact, Doob Snacks, Rayquaza has been captured in 89% of games.
Well, that 11% either means you were so miles ahead you were able to defend Rayquaza, or you were so miles ahead or so miles behind, didn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. As we're heading down to our bottom path right here, we see Toon now on the Flamethrower build. We've seen a lot of overheat today, but as I was talking with Zoinks earlier, I was surprised we didn't see more Flamethrower. I think it's really solid. It went through a nice little balance change at this point a few months ago, and it's just a super good secure tool.
It really is. Now we have finally both our top laners at level 5. They're looking to scrap. Adesu, though, also level 5 internal matching. We'll see what the exchange is between the top laners to support. But Sorayu just showing in to be a difference maker. Gatlu might catch a reset here. Potato is low, and this would be a great K opener for them. Straight to Sorayu.
Yeah, really nice stuff here from Nouns Esports. Just using that early pressure from Sylveon very, very well. And we've got a different look on this Delphox right here. That is the Mystical Fire Flame Charge Delphox. This is what you see more often, in those solo queue games where someone's looking to outskill their opponents.
Yeah, and 60s is putting it to him with that. I mean, great damage output by that. A little bit less kind of traffic or engaging tool like that Fire Spin Fire Blast is. So a little bit of a different look, but we'll see how it works because they committed their last pick to it.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I personally have never found it to be that viable competitively. I've seen my Fire Spin is, but I'll tell you what's competitively viable. It's always picking up nice big KOs. One of the best things you can do competitively is pick up KOs. Someone quote that. That's mine.
That's one thing that Bruv is doing with these walls is he's getting immediate confusion blasts on these players from Yalla Bingo, which is leading to knockouts or at least hard retreats like we just saw out of, I believe it's Lunder.
I think that's going to be my Gretzky quote.
What's
that? 100% of the shots you don't take. Mine's going to be a KO.
Okay,
I think
sure.
It really is.
Sure. Can somebody mark that down? On your headstone, where do you want that?
They're already printing it on T-shirts, brother. It's huge.
Yeah. It's crazy out here. All right, well, there's a game going on, so Nouns Esports showing up. We've got the Hyperspace Highway open. We're going to see where Nouns actually wants to prioritize. They're sending a couple more players up top with Bruv kind of on just the bottom path duty. Yalla Bingo looking to match.
Yeah, Potato doing well up here top, right? A little bit of a level lead, so obviously Buzzwole outplaying the Blastoise a little bit, but it's very, very close here. Soreu in some trouble, and they are going to get KO'd essentially by a Desu, getting picked up and slammed down here by Potato. Buzzwole looking to move in. The Unite move, they are not stopping this assault as they move down to the bottom path, looking to continue putting points on the board. Mime is here, but there are 4 members of Yalla Bingo here to stop them. Goal zone gone.
Nice mean look by Marv to trap Bruv around that berry so that they could close that goal zone out. The Confusion Blast range, not enough to disrupt that. So Yalla Bingo finding themselves in lead in the scoreboard.
Yeah, really nice stuff here. Nouns, you know, in the meantime, keeping Gotlu top so that they can get their level 9. Very important that they get this Unite move right here. They were able to do it, which is huge. Blastoise Unite can set up some pretty amazing moments. It can also stop the enemy team from diving in and KOing some of your squishier attacker Pokemon.
Full rotation here by the Nouns Esports. They're going to see if they can make some magic happen at this Regieleki. Potato's looking for a target. Oh, snipe shot right into the Hydro Typhoon, but the Spirit Fingers are out right on top of Potato as they actually grab the portal to reset so they don't get knocked out. But Surf by Gatlu pins 3 players against the wall, and that's 2 players down. This Regielecki's knocking on the doorstep. We're going to see if Nouns can escort it in, and they do. Opportunity for an overcap.
Yeah, opportunity for a nice overcap right here. We've got 40. We decide not to go with that. We go with the 23, then the 40. Big stuff right here. Really good math on the side of Nouns Esports, putting them up 196 to 140. All the while that was happening, we have Marv in the bottom path. I know if I looked at it right, they were stacking, you know, an Eos cookie. So it's something, they're getting something out of this, but I felt like it went really well for Nouns.
Yeah, well, able to keep a Desu from resetting is huge, and Red Seal's taken. What I want to point out, though, is Marv's play. They knew the Hoopa was going to be rotating down, and that's why they used their mean look so far up the path to keep them from bringing the squad through. And as you saw, nobody took that portal.
Yeah, really nice stuff there from Yalla Bingo. You can just see why these 2 teams are 2 of the top teams in the region, right? They have, you know, for every great play that you see out of Nouns Esports, you see an equally great play out of Yalla Bingo. Right now, Nouns with a nice lead here, over 100 points. It's one of the best positions to be in, well, outside of like 500 points or something. But, you know, if you're over by 100 points, at least you can make a lot of great plays at Rayquaza. That Unite move for Unite move, another Delphox Unite now being pushed forward right here. They're looking to score in this top goal zone.
The Mystical Fire hitting Soreu actually forces a reset so they can't play the defense. But now Thunder on the Inteleon Unite is looking for a target. Moving through, though, after Potato goes down, all of Yalla Bingo decides to retreat. And now I think that was the right choice here. Settle this thing down for a moment and see what you can actually do. Because right now, we are pretty at parity with experience, just a little bit ahead is Nouns.
Yeah, I think Nouns got the better of that moment. Only slightly, you know, some really good stuff from Yalla Bingo,
yeah,
but the real play there from Yalla was deciding that the engagement was done. They weren't going to be able to win this. All they were going to be doing is throwing some experience to the way of Nouns Esports. I love when teams recognize that. You're not going to win every fight, and you have to see what you do when you know that that's happening. Beautiful Unite move right back the other way. I love that play from Sylvian. Says, you're going to pick me up, I'm going to jump into the air too. Let's see what we do here.
Yeah, I mean, a great way to pull out both Unite moves there. And, I mean, good follow-up by Yalla Bingo. I mean, at least they didn't trade Potato for nothing.
Yeah. Let's see if they're able to get this secure right here. Reggie very, very low. Secured by the Hyper Voice there from the Sylveon. That Regielecki's going to walk towards the top path here of Yalla Bingo. They're going to be able to rip it apart pretty easily, but it's going to take them some time. And since it's taking them some time, we can see Nouns is possibly in a good position for a fight here at this bottom path and able to get Registeel. A Registeel buff on top of a, you know, high-level Chandelure can be devastating. Just a couple of those flamethrowers were like snipe shots here. Registeel getting low. Here comes the snipe shot and the flamethrower secure.
Flamethrower secure, nice portal for the reset. Now Yalla Bingo doesn't have an opportunity to do what Nouns did to them.
Yeah, here we go. Rayquaza hits the map in 10 seconds. First Rayquaza of our grand finals reset. Nouns Esports are in the driver's seat right here. They're ahead on points. They have a great Registeel buff for this fight. They just need to make sure that they don't make any big mistakes, and they should walk away from this with a nice big win. They're just going to see if they can catch a member of Yalla Bingo overextending.
Well, Potato definitely is sussed out by Gotlu. They saw them move into the bush without a doubt. So now it's how much spacing can they buy with this snipe shot and how much critical follow-up can they actually do when it hits. Potato and Gotlu staring at each other.
Here we go. looking for a moment right here, eating the mystical fire. Rayquaza now being chipped up a little bit here by Yalla Bingo. As they continue this push, nice big pick up there. No, eject button into the team. Gotlu looking for a play right here, but only catches one and gets the Umbreon Unite onto him.
Well, rings are unbound, Hydro Typhoon is out, but Lunder is looking for their next target. We've got one player down in this Potato. Now, Desu's getting low, forcing out the Prance out of Sorayu. They're moving to the backside. They get Lunder with the eject button. Internal's trying to pick up. There's too many players taking too much damage. Fanciful Fireworks, just like that picture on your phone, ain't getting looked at. Now we're moving back the other way, pivoting back to the middle. Again, Nouns Esports is still up. They don't need to take this thing.
No, they don't. They're letting Rayquaza reset right now. They're in a great position here. Toon caught inside that mean look, but they're able to send them back through the hyperspace hole. 60's actually really low on HP. If they eat a little bit of a flamethrower right there, they could be in a lot of trouble. Here comes the Unite move from Toon after the eject button. They take down the Delphox. 40 seconds left, and Yalla Bingo is running out of time, running out of options.
We've got the heals up, but they need to move in. They need to just kind of YOLO at this Rayquaza, see what they can do. But walled off and blocked off is Potato, and knocked down is Potato here in short order. They're closing goal zones behind them. They're caught in a mean look, and that look is mean, son, as they are dispatched up. Rayquaza's at half HP, but Yalla Bingo actually needs to send somebody to score right now. Multiple players, doesn't matter. They're all knocked out. Delphox is back, but that is a fruitless endeavor.
Yeah, amazing stuff from Nouns Esports, picking up a lot of KOs right there. I guess they're reading the t-shirts. KOs are important competitively, or whatever I said. I'll clean it up.
That's how you know the quote was so darn good.
Yeah, you're like, whatever it is, it's gonna be good. It's something in the realm of this.
Okay, Yalla Bingo, here we got some questions to answer.
Yeah.
Because they're finding themselves in a similar position as we saw them in February, and that is not a recipe for success. You know how I know that? Because they lost in February. And now Dodrio suddenly becomes at a premium between these two teams.
I know. I feel like Potato needs to grab this early because I do think Gotlu will steal it.
Yep.
The other issue here is, of course, yes. Okay, they do take it early. I think that's a really smart choice from Yalla Bingo because I think that was going to be stolen away. Now I wonder, what does Gotlu bring to this top path right here? Are they going to play Trevenant? You know, are they going to bring out something like Blaziken? I feel like I heard him talking about not enjoying Blaziken lately, so it's going to be an interesting call.
I love this. Grab Slowbro immediately, right? Don't give them the shutdown tool. I think that's
wow.
That is surprising to me. Back to being surprised, back to being unsurprised, back to Mew. Why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, here we go. Hoopa, Mew, very powerful picks. Gotlu now moving through the Rolodex to see what he is going to bring to this top path. I do think that Trevenant is a choice we've seen a lot of teams make. It's very strong in that top path, and it does kind of fill this sort of, you know, super tanky, Blastoise-like defender up there.
Yeah. Locking in Sorayu, great Lucario player, locking that in for themselves. And now I'm just watching here. Is now the moment for the Slowbro. I think it's a solid pick just in general, and I would hate to see that go into the last anchor spot for Nouns here.
Yeah, this is really interesting. I feel like Yalla Bingo has a great draft here. I'm wondering what this final pick is in the top path. Maybe it was something they were trying to hide. Unless they're sending... Who are they going to send center? Unless they're giving Gotlu? Lucario?
Maybe a... This is very interesting.
Huh.
Okay. So going straight to Candle. So Toon wants Candle. Makes sense.
Well, Candle could go center as well.
That's true.
This is going to be really
true.
interesting to see how they want to make this happen. Obviously, you would expect to see the top path be Lucario, but we're going to see how they end up playing this here.
Well, it's nice because we're already seeing where things are going, is showing that Nouns Esports is at least dynamic in where they're willing to send their players. I would be just absolutely staggered if Sorayu doesn't find their way into the top path with their Lucario here. So the question is, how do they manage this central area? Is it Gotlu and Bruv both going, you know, down path and then jumping into the middle to grab a buff and then hitting lane? What do you think?
I guess it's as simple as Gotlu can take a buff, run top for a possible, you know, Espeon quick attack there in that top path, and then they can feed some of that to Chandelure.
Yeah, I think that's more than reasonable. I mean, giving at least one spin through the central on the Candle is a good call. Help it get scaled up and ready for that first basement Reggie or Regieleki, wherever they decide to prioritize here. How you feeling about Yalla Bingo's draft?
I kind of love what Yalla Bingo did right here. I mean, this might be the shot in the arm that they need. If they lose this match, I'll be not shocked because Nouns has been playing so well, but I'll absolutely understand that Nouns was the better team in this engagement, because this does feel like Yalla Bingo's game to lose here.
Yeah, I didn't think any team lost themselves the game in the draft screen, which sometimes we do see.
Sure.
I think they're both giving themselves good chances.
And here we go as we head into game number 2 of our grand finals bracket reset between Yalla Bingo and Nouns Esports. Yalla Bingo, your purple team. Nouns Esports, your orange team. They are up 1 game. If Nouns wins this one, they win the whole thing. Sorayu, yes, here in the top path, they are giving a little of that Espeon, and they're giving some to Chandelure. So that seems about right.
Sorayu quickly working through, getting some wild farm. Gatlu, as you mentioned, rolling up top very, very quickly, looking for an engagement opportunity. And Potato kind of getting stored, powered on, and now it's a 3v2.
Yeah, they're pushing towards this goal zone right here. Sorayu scoring. It's really, interesting that they're comfortable enough for a kind of a roll switch up right here. And you see great teams able to do this, but it is very hard.
Yeah, I mean, it just turns your Pokemon pool a little bit more dynamic, right? Toonslip getting eviscerated by the Electro Ball. Now Bruv is at half HP, looking down 2. Marv is putting forward, putting some points in, and they are ticking over.
Yeah, really nice stuff there in the bottom path for Yalla Bingo. Feels like Yalla Bingo, I do think they got the better of this draft, but I can't wait to see how it all plays out. Potato obviously looking for that big level 5. We've got the extreme speed Lucario looking to pop off right here, going for it, looking like year 1 up in there. Everyone kind of getting a little scared, saying, oh, I thought that thing was gone.
Yeah, I mean, bunch of just cuts going through as they're knifing through this Yalla Bingo squad. Can't quite get a KO, but you can really see what E-Speed can facilitate for Sorayu and this Nouns team.
Here we go, looking to do something to Potato right here. Yes, really nice play. Able to just chase it down, finish it off with that stored power Meteor Mash. Nice stuff here as they continue putting points in this top path. This is one of those interesting moments where it feels like great draft for Yalla Bingo, but now they're running into something that they might not have prepared for at all.
Yeah, we still desperately need to get 60s on this Inteleon here, as they're still on level 6, but they want that snipe shot unlocked. Sorayu going deep into the backline, Lunder is low, and now Internal has to reset themselves, and they do get the KO.
I mean, this used to be the top skill expression Pokemon, right? Extreme Speed Lucario was what the best of the best used to show off. Now it's more of a Zoroark or a Mew situation, but you're seeing it here, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, already level 7, really pacing the entire map right outside of 60s, who's the central for Yalla. So 60s now with Snipe Shot gives their team some engagement opportunities, and there's a nice Snipe Shot that we're talking about. Gatlu getting buckled.
Yeah, Gatlu in a little bit of trouble right there, eating the Snipe Shot, coming in for the Drill Peck. It's a great combination if you're able to set it up. Adesu now heading back into the central area here. We've got Toon leveling up. They are now Chandelure. In the top path here, Sorayu level 8.
Yeah, and soon to be level 9. I mean, they are left all by their lonesome here. Lunder, big pot shot on Bruv. Telekinesis to pull Bruv back in, surf right through them, and they do get the KO with the Inteleon follow-up. But now it's a 3v4. We're going to see what they can do. Tons of damage was out, and that is enough for Toon to lock down a KO on 60s.
Yeah, big stuff there. I mean, if you're trading KOs, trading a defender for that, Inteleon's a great trade for the side of Nouns Esports. They're up on the scoreboard right now. Good positioning around this fight. I love seeing that they're playing Poltergeist here into Dodrio. It is so frustrating for Dodrio to deal with this. It lowers move speed. It's huge. It's a huge area. It's hard for it to avoid if it wants to fight it. It's almost like a gravity that you're throwing out as Registeel's getting very, very low right here.
Straight to the backside, Espeon goes down. Snipe Shot comes through for 60s. Now they're trying to do a pincer maneuver. They're trying to get on top of Toon, but they're caught in the living room. Eject out of the living room into the kitchen, and they're still cooking out here. As now Internal follows up, and there's 2 more players down. This goal zone is there's a Desu pulling up in 60s. Divide that by 2, you get 3, and that's the KO streak they're on.
Big time stuff here from Yalla Bingo, pushing forward, getting a nice secure, picking up huge KOs. 131 to 115. The level 10s are on the board here. We've got 60s the Inteleon, and we've got that Lucario also here at level 10. In a little bit of trouble here in this top path. The Unite move looking for the KO right there, missing the Drill Peck, missing the Unite, coming back in, looking for the boosted, not able to make it happen. Here's the Pone Rush. Can they pick this up? They finally do.
I mean, we were new boot goofing out there. Sorayu is buying a ton of time for the team. You know, getting a Unite move out of Potato too, not a bad look, especially because it did get an instant knockout. They had to keep kind of working for it. So good on Sorayu on finding themselves in the backside of a Nightmare and then trying to turn that as to the best situations they can.
Yeah, and here we go. The top path right here. We have 4 Pokemon from Nouns heading up there, but there isn't too much going on. Everyone's just looking for a little bit of experience, but if you look at that map, it's almost completely licked clean. Just a couple little yellow dots where wild Pokemon are. This is how effective these teams are at getting their experience, and also sometimes how devastating it can be to have a goal zone up when your opponents don't.
Yeah, because that is just a huge crop of what we call easy experience because it's on your side of the map. You're advantage, in taking that for yourself.
Yeah, and here we go. We're going to get a nice bit of experience here for Potato on that Drill, Peck, Dodrio, just continuing to increase their level in this top path. 10 seconds until our bottom Reggie, 17 seconds until our top Reggie Alecki right here, and we're going to see how these teams want to fight this.
I'm taking a look at this Yellow Bingo squad, and Nouns as well have really settled in, right? This is not the same kind of calamity that we've seen and just aggression that we've seen. Marv playing far forward again. They're trying to keep Adesu out of here, secured quickly by Lunder. Adesu goes down. Are they going to chase this, or are they going to go up top? It looks like they're going to go and make a push for this Reggie Alecki.
Yeah, and here we have Lucario just watching this here in the tall grass, just making sure they have vision, knowing what's happening from Yellow Bingo. Obviously, this is the last place you want to fight. Extreme Speed Lucario is around those birds right there, just the insane amount of resets that this Pokemon is able to get. But pushing to this top path right here, I think they're feeling pretty confident. They felt confident in a lot of these fights. They're doing very well.
Yeah, and tons of decent snipe shots really hitting Bruv to limit what they can do on this engagement. Rings are unbound, and another clutch out by Lunder as Bruv is stunned. They're surfed right on through, hanging 10, but no, not today, as they are moving through. Marv gets another one. 3 players down. Yalla Bingo has found a recipe here.
Yeah, let's see how they want to play this. The 50 over to the Dodrio. Very, very nice. 201, 122. Yalla Bingo is up. Nouns Esports got Lou taking this opportunity to try to even up the scoreboard a little bit here, getting them to 160 right there. Being caught now by that beautiful telekinesis. Gotloo is now going down.
Did you see the coaching to get in there so that Lunder can really close that KO out before there's an opportunity for Gotloo to pivot and do any damage to their squad?
Yeah, really nice stuff. More experience in this top path as well. And we can see Sixie's almost at that level 13 here as they're cleaning this up. Sorayu looking for something, but eating a snipe shot instead.
Really impressive has been snipe shot every time it's been on camera, right? If they are hitting, like you said, it just seems to dominate a game. My question, Spraggles, is Yalla Bingo feels like they're in the lead here. They feel like they've got control, but we've seen them lose games with this scoreline before in this exact situation.
We definitely have. It feels like level-wise things look amazing for Yalla Bingo. I mean, that's a level 14 Dodrio right here. Bruv eats 2 snipe shots and just has to run away here from this central area. It's going to give amazing positioning over to Yalla Bingo. If they're able to catch this Lucario with a slow beam, I think it's pretty much over for them. We're going to have to see what Nouns Esports can do right here. They may want to take this opportunity just to rip down this Rayquaza. I mean, they do have good secure. It's not snipe shot, but it is something.
They were just biding their time. They're going for this positioning. Marv, always aggressive, goes for a surf there, but they're starting to hit Rayquaza right in the middle. We've got the Poltergeist down on top of Rayquaza. Psychic Solaire picks up a couple, but that Slowbro is deleted without using their Unite move. Rayquaza comes punched out by Adesu. Now Esports flips the script on them, and I said this is a scene we've seen before, and call it Groundhog's Day or Groundhog's Day again, doesn't matter. Now Esports rinsing Yalla Bingo.
You're thinking of Groundhog's Day, but different as they end up scoring here in the bottom path, in the top path. The points are raining in. Nouns Esports have a game to give. They know they're behind in this fight, and they just took the opportunity to take Rayquaza away from Yalla Bingo, and it looks like they took away their hope of winning here in the April Cup. Nouns Esports back on top, as this slow beam is not able to take down Lucario, and they are able to peel away from this. Sorayu, 1 HP in a dream. You can't even see the HP. Can anyone see it? Legally, I think he's KO'd. We'll have to ask Judge.
Doesn't matter. They could have been knocked out for the last, I don't know, 60 seconds, 75 seconds. What a convincing play by Nouns Esports. And really, that seems to have been the difference for Nouns from months prior to this one. I mean, their Ray fights have been so cold and calculated. and executed well, and they've just rinsed that strategy over and over again to massive success.
Yeah, great stuff from Nouns, and it felt like Yalla, you know, as Nouns was hitting this, Yalla Bingo just did not take the opportunity to engage over and over and over again. Nouns kind of just set this up. I'm sure it was, I don't know, 60-40 or so on the side of Nouns Esports, but again, they're up one game. They had 60% to possibly just win this whole tournament right now, and they did. Great stuff from Nouns Esports, as they are going to be your April Cup champions here in the EU region.
I could feel the balloon of Yalla Bingo deflate in that final fight, especially when Marv went down. You could still see that yellow pip above their icon, meaning they never pulled that slow beam, which is the strongest Unite move they had available to them to cut off Nouns Esports strategy. They have to feel gutted over that.